The state of Nebraska, known for its vast plains and peaceful communities, was shaken to its core in the summer of 2013 by a series of brutal murders that left a trail of bloodshed and fear. At the center of this horrific spree was Nikko Jenkins, a man whose violent crimes and disturbing behavior would come to define one of the most chilling true crime cases in the state's history. This post delves into the life and crimes of Nikko Jenkins, examining the details of his murderous rampage, the subsequent investigation, and the ongoing debate surrounding his mental health and culpability. Nikko Jenkins was born on September 16, 1986, into a family with a long history of criminal activity. Growing up in North Omaha, Nebraska, Jenkins was exposed to violence, crime, and instability from a young age. His childhood was marked by a series of arrests and juvenile detentions, setting the stage for a life deeply entrenched in criminal behavior. Jenkins' first significant brush with the law came at the age of 15, when he was sentenced to 21 years in prison for carjacking and armed robbery. During his time in prison, Jenkins' behavior was erratic and violent, resulting in numerous disciplinary infractions. Despite his long sentence, he was released on July 30, 2013, after serving just 10.5 years, due to Nebraska's good time law, which allows inmates to reduce their sentences through good behavior. Less than a month after his release, Jenkins embarked on a gruesome killing spree that would claim the lives of 4 people over a period of 10 days. The brutality of these murders shocked the community and left law enforcement scrambling for answers. Andrea Kruger, on August 21, 2013, Jenkins and his sister, Erica Jenkins, carjacked and murdered Andrea Kruger, a 33-year-old mother of 3, in Omaha. Andrea was returning home from her bartending job when she was brutally executed by Jenkins, who then stole her car. Curtis Bradford, on August 19, 2013, Jenkins killed Curtis Bradford, a man he had previously served time with in prison. Jenkins lured Bradford to a location under the pretense of committing a robbery together, but instead shot him twice in the back of the head. Jorge Cajiga Ruiz and Juan Uribe Peña. On August 11, 2013, Jenkins and his cousin, Christine Bordeaux, lured 2 men, Jorge Cajiga Ruiz and Juan Uribe Peña, under the guise of soliciting prostitution. Jenkins then shot them both in the head, leaving their bodies in a white pickup truck in a secluded area. Jenkins was arrested on August 30, 2013, just days after the last murder. During his interrogation, he readily confessed to the killings, describing them in graphic detail. Jenkins claimed that the murders were sacrifices to the Egyptian god Apophis, whom he believed was guiding his actions. His confessions were filled with bizarre and disturbing statements, further complicating the investigation and raising questions about his mental state. The case of Nikko Jenkins has sparked significant debate regarding his mental health and criminal responsibility. Throughout his life, Jenkins exhibited signs of severe mental illness, including schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. His behavior in prison, coupled with his bizarre confessions, painted a picture of a deeply disturbed individual. During his trial, Jenkins' defense argued that he was mentally ill and should not be held fully responsible for his actions. However, court-appointed psychiatrists provided conflicting assessments of his mental state. Some experts believed that Jenkins was malingering, or exaggerating his symptoms to avoid severe punishment, while others acknowledged his genuine mental health issues but questioned the extent to which they influenced his criminal behavior. In April 2014, Nikko Jenkins was found competent to stand trial. He opted to represent himself, a decision that further highlighted his erratic and unstable behavior. Despite his efforts to argue that he was under the influence of the Egyptian god Apophis, Jenkins was found guilty of 4 counts of first-degree murder. On May 30, 2017, Jenkins was sentenced to death by a 3-judge panel. The judges unanimously agreed that the brutality and premeditation of his crimes warranted the death penalty. In addition to his death sentence, Jenkins received 450 years in prison for weapons charges and other related crimes. The case of Nikko Jenkins has left a lasting impact on Nebraska's legal and correctional systems. His crimes prompted widespread criticism of the state's good time law, leading to calls for reform to prevent similar incidents in the future. Lawmakers and the public alike questioned how a man with such a violent history and clear signs of mental illness could be released back into society with minimal supervision. Jenkins' case also highlighted the challenges of addressing mental health issues within the criminal justice system. The conflicting assessments of his mental state underscored the difficulties in balancing the need for public safety with the rights and treatment of mentally ill offenders. The story of Nikko Jenkins is a tragic and disturbing chapter in Nebraska's history. His brutal killing spree and the subsequent legal battles have left an indelible mark on the community, serving as a stark reminder of the complexities and challenges inherent in the intersection of mental health and criminal justice. As Jenkins awaits execution on death row, the questions and controversies surrounding his case continue to resonate, prompting ongoing reflection and discussion about how to prevent such tragedies in the future.